boys and girls, this is Miss Marta from the Fountaindale Public Library, and welcome to week 2 of Let's Get Ready for Kindergarten. This week, I am going to show you some fun activities that you can do at home to help you be more independent when you start kindergarten. So we're going to start off with a story titled, I Can Do It By Myself, and the author is Diane Adams. Emily Pearl is a very big girl. She can pour her own juice. She can tie her own shoes. She can feed her cat Fred and her goldfish Ted too. And if just for 1 second her mom tries to help, Emily says, I can do it by myself. She can make her own bed, peanut butter her bread, and play the trombone while she stands on her head. And if just for 1 second her mom tries to help, Emily says, I can do it by myself. She can brush her own teeth. She can curl her own hair. She can paint her own pictures of rabbits and bears. And if just for 1 second her mom tries to help, Emily says, I can do it by myself. Emily Pearl is a very big girl. She can fold her own clothes. She can clean her own room. She can wash her own face. She can blow her own nose. She can scrub herself clean from her head to her toes. And if just for 1 second her mom tries to help, Emily says, I can do it by myself. But at bedtime, when shadows creep over the wall, Emily Pearl feels a teeny bit small. Will you read me a story and hug me real tight? Will you find my bear Binky and keep on the light? Now Emily knows she can do this herself, but sometimes it's nice to let someone else. The end. So as you can see, you can do a lot of things on your own already, but sometimes it is okay to ask for help when you are not sure how to do something. Boys and girls, for this next activity, we are going to practice cutting. So as you can see, when you have a pair of scissors, you have 2 holes. You have the small hole and you have the big hole. So in the small hole is where your thumb goes. You put your thumb in the small hole. And in the bigger hole is where your next 3 fingers go. So the thumb goes in the small hole and your next 3 fingers go in the bigger hole. Just like this. And then we can open our scissors and close them. Open and close them. And another important thing that you need to remember is when you cut, you need to make sure that you are holding your hands close to your body, because then it will be easier for you to cut. If you are holding your hand like this, it will be very, very hard to cut. So remember, hold your hands close to your body. So I have drawn some lines that we are going to practice cutting today. We have a straight line, we have a wavy line, a wiggly line, and a zigzag line that we are going to cut. So we are going to start with the straight line. So the first thing you do is in your one hand, you're going to hold your scissors, and then in your other hand, you're going to hold your paper. So you are going to hold your paper about in the middle of the sheet, right there. And then you're going to take your scissors, and we are going to start cutting. So with a straight line, it's a little bit easier because all we're doing is we are just going straight. And as you can see, my scissors are going straight. And when I'm moving my paper to go up, I am using my other hand to help me with the paper. So I already cut out the first line, which is the straight line. And now we're going to do the wavy line. So when we are cutting the wavy line, as you can see, it kind of has some curves. So we never want to move our scissors when we are cutting. We are always going to move the paper to help us cut the wavy lines. So when we start right here, as you can see, I'm going to move my paper so that way I can cut. I am moving my paper to cut the wavy line, just like that. And now again, I am moving my paper, not the hand with the scissors, but the paper, just like that. I am moving my paper again to cut the line. And then I'm moving my paper again to cut out the rest of the line, just like that. So now we have our wavy line cut out. And now we are going to cut our wiggly line. And again, I am holding my hand in the middle of the paper. And with the other hand, I am cutting. So as you can see, I am moving my paper to cut out the wiggly lines. And I am holding my hands very close to my body to help me cut. So now I am moving my paper again this way. Then if you want to use like a couple fingers, that will help you too. I am moving my paper and I am cutting the rest of the wiggly line. And I'm holding my hands close to my body and just moving my paper to help me with those little curves, just like that. So now we got our wiggly line cut out. And next, I am going to do the zigzag. And I think the zigzag is probably the hardest one. But we're going to hold our hand in the middle and we are going to cut. We're going to stop. We're going to turn our paper over, cut, turn our paper over, cut, turn our paper over and cut, turn our paper over and cut, turn our paper 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 and cut, and turn our paper and cut, and we're almost at the end. Turn our paper and cut. And there we go. We have cut out all of our lines. A straight line, a wavy line, a wiggly line, a zigzag. So now I would like you to try this at home. Now Simon is going to demonstrate for us the proper way to put on a jacket.
So first I grab it like this, and then like that, and then I put my hands into the sleeves, and then I flip it, and then when you zip it, so you grab both of them, and then where the zipper is, you grab this part, you put it in these, you're gonna see a hole like this. You put this part into the hole, so it's all the way down, or else it won't zip. And then you hold the bottom of it, and then you pull it up.
And the last thing that we are going to talk about today is germs and how to control our germs. If you have a stuffy nose or a runny nose and you need to blow it, where will you blow your nose? Will you blow your nose on your shirt and wipe it down? No, we're not going to do that because that is germs on our shirt. And those germs are going to stay with us all day long. We are going to use a tissue and we are going to nicely wipe our nose and throw our tissue in the garbage. And that way our germs are far, far away from us, right? What about if we need to cough? Are we going to cough out in the open where everybody else is? No, we are going to cough into our arm. We always have to remember when we cough, we have to cover our mouth. But we don't want to cough in our hand because then the germs are going to be in our hand. And when we touch different things, we're going to spread them around. So we always want to make sure we cough in our arm or in our elbow. So So when you have to cough, make sure you put your elbow over your face and you cough in your elbow. You're covering your mouth, so your germs are going to stay there and not be out in the open. And another important thing to remember is always wash your hands, because lots and lots of germs live on our hands, right? So we always have to remember that we wash our hands after we are done using the bathroom and before we eat. And how do we wash our hands? What do we use? Do we just use water? No. We have to make sure that we remember to always use soap, because soap will kill all of the germs on our hands. And if you don't have any soap, then you can use hand sanitizer. And you're going to squirt it on your hand. And then very well, you're going to rub it all around. Rub, 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 rub. And now your hands are all clean, right? So remember, when you need to blow your nose, use a tissue. If you need to wash your hands, use soap. And if you need to cough, always cover your mouth and cough into your hand. Thank you for watching, everybody, and I will see all of you next week. Bye-bye.